You mentioned earlier, your love for data and analysis
Mhm.
and these assessments and studying, understanding people, finding right fit and right situation. So you're no stranger to this. You've done it before, but this has been the one you've done most recently.
Mhm.
And I'm sure it was a beneficial exercise in kind of reviewing strengths and reviewing weaknesses. You went through the pre-show, been on the pod with us today. How do you take this review of CJ
Mhm.
and apply the things that you studied again and that we talked about today, strengths and weaknesses, superpowers, kryptonite, and
Right.
apply it to everything that's going on with you professionally right now? How do you go and grow?
Sure. So I'll start with what I have done. So one of the very first things I did about 4 months ago, when I realized there was no way for me to grow and I was getting frustrated being pulled back into the weeds with clients, but my clients need someone to execute for them, I immediately went and found that partner.
Mm.
So I hired Mel. Mel is amazing. If I had to guess, just with other assessments she's done, I would say she probably actually is probably a close match to Will in some
Mm.
way, in that generalist architect field. She and I partner so well together because she loves the execution, but she could also follow the crazy, like, what if, pinging back and forth ideas. So finding that partner was game changer, able to triple number of clients, still have room to grow. Like, she's still bored. I'm just trying to use my power of persuasion to go get more clients so that I can make sure she stays around. Because if I lost her, that would be a disaster. So that was the smartest thing I've done thus far. I think the other one that I just have to keep, like, this being the most recent one, but it's not the first one, to remind me that I'm impatient. When I see the solution, I just want to go. And I have to constantly remind myself, and will continue to work on, hopefully one day, maybe come close to perfecting that ability to slow down and remember that the things that cause me the greatest grief or anxiety or frustration, the opposite, like my actions could do the opposite or do that very same thing to someone that's the opposite of me. So I have to learn to maintain that balance of patience. And I have to make sure I'm genuinely looking for that middle ground of, we need to go, but we need to pause long enough to get people comfortable. And it could be hard. You could think that you're being patient and slowing down, but there's thinking and there's pretending, there's going through the steps of, and there's actually doing. I think I'm still going through the steps of to learn to actually be better at being patient.